Oh, I'm about to put you guys on so freaking hard. This is a new single out by Rose Gray called Club to Your Arms. Absolute banger. Luke Prothero, thank you for following. We will be live in T-minus 5 minutes. See you soon.
Try
second. My bad. I gotta find some.
T-minus 15 seconds, guys. This is okay.
What? What is going on, everybody? I'm already greasy and sweaty. Goodness gracious. You know, I'm gonna be so real with you guys. I feel a little self-conscious about the creeper. About the creeper that's up here. I feel a little self-conscious about him. I'm not even gonna lie. Because there were some people on ABC4. There were some people on ABC4 who were not nice. Who were making fun of me because I have this creeper here. And I think that's very rude. They don't know that that this represents something. You know what this creeper represents? You know what this creeper represents? This is when I was at UCLA. This was the first speaking event, or the second speaking event that I did back from the mission. And I went with the college Republicans of UCLA, and I watched the Minecraft movie. And I bought the Minecraft movie drink cup, and it came with this creeper. This is it has sentimental value. Okay, it's not because I'm a chud. It's not because I stay in my room all day playing Minecraft. Although they did shame me for being in this room. They thought it was a basement. It's not a basement. Do you see how big that window is? That's not a basement window. Okay, but they did shame me. Like, what the heck's up with that? Why are we shaming Kai Schwemmer for being a student, not having $1 million? What's up with that, Lindsay Ertz, ABC4? What's up with that, Taylor, whatever your last name is? Anyway, what's up, Weskus? What's going on, James First? What's going on, Key G? What's going on, Theophilus Bartholomew? What's going on, Sophia? What is going on, Chode T8M? What is going on, B Babe? The song title? The last one? Which one was it? The one we were just listening to was It's a Sin by the Pet Shop Boys. The one that I loved. This one? This one is Destiny by Tyboy Digital. Isn't this such a banger, dude? Is that not such an absolute gem of a song? You know what was crazy? I've been listening to this song all week. This is like my feel-good, happy song. You know, when the journalists get me down, this is the song that picks my spirits right back up. I love me some Tyboy Digital. And, whoa. Oh, I thought I was hearing some background noise. Anyway, whenever I get down, I listen to this song, but I was in the gym today. I was just wrapping up. I actually wrapped up just about a half an hour ago. Sorry about the delay. And the craziest thing is that they played this song. And I'm like, what, am I being gang stalked? There is no way that EOS Fitness in Orem knows about Tyboy Digital. There's just no way, dude. This guy has less than 500,000 monthly listeners. This song has less than 500,000 streams. There is no way that they are put on like that. I literally got up off of the bench that I was benching at. I was doing close grip because it's my second push day in the week. I literally got off of the bench, got up, speed walked over to the front desk, and I said, which one of you guys puts on the music, okay? Which one of you's got the crazy ball knowledge over here? And both of the guys were like, well, no, it's a different manager, you know, we don't know who does it. And I'm like, bro, here I am thinking they're tapped into my phone, pulling from my recently played music. Literally not 5 minutes prior, I was listening to this song through my AirPods. So crazy stuff. Toasting Tony! Dude, we're so freaking back. I've waited years to see that username in my chat again. I had a disaster occur. The green screen that I use, I couldn't find the top to it to like actually keep it in place. And we have enough green screen trouble as it is. So it just did not work out. It did not work out to put up the green screen today. So you guys are going to get a little bit more of the room tour. What do we think about the tie? What do you guys think about this this cozy Hawaiian tie and the short sleeve shirt? A little missionary coated. Yo, what's up, Pink Blush? What's going on, Key G, lol, X-Files style? What's X-Files style? Oh, that's dubstep, my bad. Scaring the hose. Okay, what the freak? What the freak, dude? Pink Blush says, Kai, I remember you saying you like the back rooms. I went to see it the other day and it was awful. It's not. It's a good movie. What the freak, bro? It was not bad, Kenny. You guys are wrong. You guys are wrong. It was a good movie. It was a really good movie. Anyways, Meow. We got Meow Groper in here. We got Liberty Santano. And can I just say, as we start off the stream, I love women. There has been a heavy campaign in these last 72 hours to try and convince the world that Kai Schwemmer is an enemy of the fairer sex. And it is a lie. It is a lie from the depths of hell. This is not true. The worst thing that Bernie Sanders ever said is that the American people are tired of women. That's why I could never vote Democrat, is because Bernie Sanders says the American people are tired of women. Not true, Bernie. Not freaking true. Where's the clip? Let me pull up the clip. Dude, it smells like cheese in here. Dude, it smells like straight cheese in here. Oh, wait, what's that? It's a bag full of cheese that I'm gonna eat on the live stream. Look at that. Oh, this could be the culprit. Hey, guys, I found the culprit. Anyway, we'll look up the American people. The American people are tired of women. There it is. Okay, everybody ready? Everybody ready to watch this video together? Hold up. And then it's and then there was also, what's his name? There was also Joseph Robinetta Biden, when he had that funny moment where he was talking about Minnesota, but it sounds like he was saying something different, something a little more wacky and quirky. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Mr. Bernathan Sanders. Here's the clip. Play the clip.
The American people are tired of women.
Yeah, what the freak is up with that? Let's run it back.
The American people are tired of women.
Not freaking cool. That is why I would not vote Democrat. I want to state it for the record. I'm not going to... Never voting Democrat, because Democrats support Bernie Sanders, and Bernie Sanders said that the American people are tired of women. Not cool, dude. Not cool. Kai Schwemmer is an ally of women. And you know what's actually... My bad. Thank you. You know what's actually funny, too? Is... On a more serious... Whoa! Starting off the stream strong, I see. Okay. Thank you, dog. Wait, hold on. Where did...
James first sent $0 on after you tell us about how much you love women. Can you tell us about the cleanup projects, like the Memory Grove Park?
Yep.
How many who are interested in helping can get involved in future cleanups?
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely, I will. Okay. Also, I just realized... What the freak? Okay, give me a second. Give me a second, gentlemen. I gotta figure something out. Oh, this is what it is. Guys, this is embarrassing. I had the Out of Touch logo on at the bottom right. What's up, Drippy Some Drip? Good to see you, friend. It's Drippy, yes, I'm Drip. But I always say your name wrong. Anyway, good to see you, man. And yes, James, absolutely. Right after I tell you how much I love women, we'll dive into that. You guys saw the thumbnail. You guys saw that I was doing some cleaning. Very based, very epic. But you know what is actually funny? Like, on a more serious note, what was it, a week prior, on the last Schwemmer Saturday, did a whole bit about how I am so grateful for the conservative women that I've met, like, doing politics in the state of Utah. How there are many, many women who I've met who I would trade I would happily trade dozens of weak men who I know as well doing politics for one of these patriot women. This is so true. Truly my greatest allies, truly the most extraordinary people, and also not easily offended. And I love those women. So, you know, I don't want to tokenize, I don't want to counter, or I don't want to, you know, do the whole spiel. I'm being a little ironic in my performance here. But it is super true that, you know, Utah would be far worse off if we were missing some of these women. I'm very grateful for that. Anyway, though, love and appreciation and woman respecting aside, and it will continue, okay? Trigger warning. This is Ben Shapiro Thug. This is Ben Shapiro Thug Life. No, we'll get to the other part of James's comment, which is after you tell us about how much you love women. Hope you enjoyed it. Can you tell us about the cleanup projects like the Memory Grove Park one? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let me pull up Twitter real fast. Let me pull up Twitter. Whoa! Oh, we got to figure this out. Hold on. There we go.
Zach Anderson sent $15 those who are interested. I was referred to the website org/ to sign up for volunteer actions such as the cleanup at Memorial Park that happened today. Thank you for your time in doing that. Kyle.
Yep. Of course, bro. Of course, my goat. Absolutely, dude. So first, you know, before we even get into it, before I show you guys everything, it is important to say and give thanks to the people who we need to be giving thanks to. And those people are the fine patriots at Constitutional Action and Exit Group. So if you guys, and I'll be honest, I've talked about this at length. I do not think that a lot of conservative right-wing movements benefit from just doing stuff in person. We need to just do stuff. There's this, like, dude, you guys are killing it. Oh my goodness. Oh my. What the? What the?
At Deseret Fomer sent $0 to the Garen Slush Fund.
Did it say sent $0? Did you send $0? No. What the? What the Grand Slush Fund? Dude, maybe I'm going to have to style out. Maybe we're going to have to go Garand mode. I'm going to be honest. I kind of want a cowboy LARP. So the second gun I get will likely end up being like a Ruger Vaquero or something. Just so I can LARP. But holy moly, dude. Huge. Yo, can we get a huge shout out? Can we get a huge shout out in the chat? Huge W's in the chat for Deseret Fomer, Grand Slush Fund. Dude, you're a patriot. Okay. Goodness glorpus. Starting off the stream strong. What's up, Mars Monkey in the chat? W's in the chat. Can we get W? Can we get Wezeret? Wezeret in the chat, please. Wezeret. Whoa. Where'd this high roller come from all of a sudden? Where have you been all my life? There's also a very, very good, crazy super chat. Had to make sure those weren't like Zimbabwean dollars. No, actually huge though. Thank you so much, man. Huge shout out to Constitutional Action and Exit Group. Huge shout out to Wezeret Fomer for the Grand Slush Fund. How much does a grand run you these days? How much does a grand run you these days? Let's look this up. I'm going to take you guys with me. We are going to... You know what I should do, honestly? I'm going to make a new... This is going to make it a lot easier. I've now got a share screen. So instead of, changing all my settings every time I need to share something with you guys, instead of doing that every time, what I've got, or what I'll do, is I'll just make myself smaller. What the? What the? Holy moly, we got high rollers in the chat tonight. What is going on?
Gadfly sent $200.
Oh my goodness. Gadfly. Oh, the old friend of the show. Gadfly, thank you so much. Yo, Wadfly? Actually, could we put Wadfly in the chat? We did get it confirmed, by the way. We did get it confirmed that Gadfly was a reference, as I anticipated, to Socrates' apology. Deseret Foamer has been outgoed. Sorry, dude. Sorry. This is a High Rollers chat tonight. What the freak is going on? You know what? I go through a week of torment. I am brought through the ringer. And it was interesting. I was talking with my mom today, and she actually made a good point. She said, you know, maybe you shouldn't make it appear like you're completely unbothered. You know, maybe it's a bad thing to act as if things don't affect you at all. And I realize, you know, maybe she's a little right about that, because I don't want people thinking that things never affect me. But then I thought about it a little bit more, and I also kind of realized, and don't get me wrong, it's like, this has been a tough week. Imagine how I feel. It's like every time I try to get an actual job, something in the universe happens to stop that from occurring. Maybe God just wants me to be a NEET. Maybe he wants me to be not in education, employment, or training. Maybe that's what the case is. But, and here, until we've got it set up, we'll go back to this screen. But what I also realized is that I actually want to show people, and this is authentic, this is real, that no matter what happens, I'm in control of my emotions. I choose how I feel. I am not an object to be acted upon. I am an actor. I act. I am an agent. I am an individual agent who acts. I am not just to be acted upon like an object. And I get to choose how I respond to things. So I'm telling you, and I promise we'll get to the super chats, what you guys said. I want to go into the constitutional action. I've got it pulled up here on Twitter on the side. We'll share it in just a second. But sincerely, I had a moment yesterday where I got off of work. I went home. I haven't been sleeping super good this last week either. I'm just trying to adjust my sleep schedule. I stay up too late. Now I have to get up really early, or relatively early, right, for my job. And it's been kind of affecting me. The worst thing is that I see so much negativity thrown towards the county clerk, Aaron Davidson. He is awesome. I don't want to say too much, right? Because I've made a very, very important decision, and I want to be super clear. It's like, I'm not engaging in anything that relates to any kind of political race that touches Utah County at all. I want to be very clear about that. In my job, of course, that would be illegal, but even as an individual, I'm just not touching it at all. And so if you guys wonder like why I'm not speaking up about a certain race or something, it's because I'm very intentionally not doing so. But it just really hurts me. Like I hate when other people are negatively affected because of me. I'm a big proponent of, you know, letting people go through things individually. I hate when my actions affect others, especially when I don't think it's fair at all. And so that's the thing that was really weighing on me. It continues to weigh on me. When people have the best of intentions and, you know, it really hits them in a way that I don't think is fair, as it has with this appointment, in my opinion. And I was, you know, I got back from work. Thursday was rough. Thursday we had a town hall. Brutal. Maybe we'll talk more about it. Again, I don't want to mention it too much. I'm really trying to keep these two parts of my world separate. Because I take very serious the responsibility of being nonpartisan and keeping work life separate, boom, from personal life, ciao. So I won't even touch on that much. I'll say, though, Thursday was very tough. You stack on top of that 3 different hit pieces, one in ABC, one in KSL, one in the Salt Lake Tribune, and I think even a fourth. I think there was even an update in KSL in the span of a week. And I don't know, like, if leftists haven't got like their new orders yet. I thought we were done doing the like let's get people fired from their job thing. I thought we left that in 2016 or in 2020. I don't know what happened there. Like, maybe new orders just haven't come out. Maybe people are not updating, the software, the program. I thought new orders had gone out since 2016, but I guess we're still doing the like let's get people fired from their jobs thing. We're still, what's unfortunate? We're actually still not doing the talk to people. Despite all of the controversy, you want to know how many people reached out to me? 3. 3 people reached out to me. One woman reached out to me because somebody had asked her, 4 actually. One woman reached out to me saying, hey, these people want me to sign this letter condemning you. Could you just tell me like what this is about? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I'd love the chance to talk to you. And so we talked. It was great. And she's like, thanks so much for the clarification. I didn't sign the letter. I appreciate you. Let me know if I can help with anything. Another woman said the same thing. She said, I got a message. This was before I even knew much about the letter. She goes, I got a message from somebody asking me to sign onto this letter condemning you, just so you know. And I was like, wow, thank you for telling me. That's kind of insane. People are like writing a letter of condemnation against me. So that was something. So there's 2 people. One individual, a young woman from the town hall, reached out to me. We had a fantastic conversation. She's giving me ideas. And one other person reached out to me asking for clarification on some comments I'd made that had been brought up in the media. 4 people. So there is a letter of 80 former or current legislative officials, legislative officials, a letter of 80 individuals. There are 4 hit pieces. There are countless more in the comments. 4 people have asked me to clarify or even for any kind of comment at all. And this is the problem I think that we are facing right now. And I had another case of this. I had another proof of it just later today, the exact same day, right? It's that everybody is dehumanizing everybody. Everybody reduces every other person to a caricature in their mind based off of the perception they have of their political beliefs. And this is particularly egregious with, partisan politics, right? We were up at the Capitol today after the Constitutional Action event. We took a photo, or we wanted to take a photo with, we just so happened to run into Rob Axon, who was there setting up for a wedding. And so we happen to run into Rob Axon, and we all get together. It's like 20 of us. We're like, hey, we want to take this photo. Can we take a photo? I'm going to take my headset off, actually, because I'll be able to hear the super chats anyway. And it's just like so warm. The muffs on the freaking ears. Anyway, so we happen to see Rob Axon there. And we're like, yo, let's get a photo. This is crazy timing. Let's all grab a photo. We grab a photo. Or rather, we're about to like take a selfie, but there's like way too many of us to even get into the selfie. We're on the steps of the Capitol. And so we see a guy walk up, and it's funny because Rob goes, oh, I see this guy. This guy's got it. This guy's going to take the photo for us. And so Rob goes, hey, would you mind taking this photo for us? And the guy kind of looks and is like shy. I'm going to be honest, like at first I thought he was autistic. Like I thought he wasn't picking up on what we were asking him to do, or he was confused or maybe shy. And it's like, no, would you just mind taking the photo? And he goes, what? He's like, we just want you to, if you don't mind, could you just take a photo for us real quick? And he just goes, no. And I thought it was just kind of an awkward thing. Some of us thought like there was a language barrier. Maybe he spoke a different language. And then his girlfriend, his Asian girlfriend, goes, oh, come on, I'll take it. And so it's like, oh wait, so it's not that he's like shy or whatever, he's just choosing not to take this photo. So his Asian girlfriend goes, oh, whatever, I'll take it. It's not a problem. She's kind of like annoyed a little bit too at him. And he's like, no, they're Trump supporters. This was insane, dude. I didn't think stuff like that happened in real life. You have this entitled white liberal guy shushing his girlfriend who wants to do the crime, who wants to commit the crime of taking a photo for people who have asked nicely. And he's like shushing her because one of our guys, you know, most of us were wearing the American Conservation Coalition hats. They're green. They say "Make America Beautiful Again." Some guys maybe had like shirts with guns on them. I don't know. It looks Republican. White liberal guy, Asian girlfriend. Yeah, many such cases. Many such cases. And actually, usually it's the Republican guys with the Asian girlfriends. But anyway, you know, you're distracting me, Deseret Farmer. You're distracting me. But so none of us, besides one, Riley Beasley. Riley Beasley is wearing a "Make America Great Again" shirt. He's wearing like a Trump shirt. I don't know what it said on the front. It said "Make America Great Again" on the back. He's the only one, I think, who had a MAGA shirt on. And this guy, the reason he was probably confused is because like he was looking at our hats and trying to figure out what they say. And he like refused to take a photo for us because we were Trump supporters, and then chastised his girlfriend who just wanted to like take a photo. And you want to know the best part of it all? Right after that, in the exact same moment that this guy says no, in the exact same moment that he says out loud, no, they're Trump supporters, Chad, I think he was Somalian. He was an African immigrant for sure. I don't know, immigrant, refugee, I'm not sure. We didn't get that far in the conversation. But absolute Chad, walking with his family, his wife, his 3 children, they're like touring the Capitol. Maybe they're just tourists. Total Chad walking down the steps goes, no, I'll take it for you. It's not a problem. And I wanted so badly to look at this liberal guy. I wanted so bad, not to totally tokenize the other dude, not to totally tokenize him. But if you are so stuck up and prideful, if you are so unempathetic that you cannot see the humanity in an individual to take a photo for them because you think that they're totally hateful or discriminatory, and then the very guy who you probably think we all hate, you probably, you know, this white liberal probably thinks that we hate black people, you know, we hate immigrants. He probably is thinking all of these things in his mind, and now you have this awesome, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if he was a refugee or immigrant. His English, you know, you could tell English was a second language. I believe he was Somalian, but he's there walking with his family. They took a tour of the Capitol. To have this guy show this basic human decency, I sound like a liberal. This basic human decency, but to have him just do us this courtesy, I so badly wanted to look at this liberal guy's face and say, you know, you don't have to be like this. We can all coexist. I really do sound like a liberal in this show today. Oh my goodness. But no, but it's real. It was so awesome to see this human decency, this courtesy of this amazing father, this goat. His wife was there, his kids were there. They were all smiling. We were all happy. It was so awesome. And the liberal guy was like really mad. I hope too that his girlfriend like chewed him out. That his girlfriend's like, hey, you're actually not a nice guy. Like, you're actually not a cool person for doing that. You actually just look really stuck up and prideful when you refuse to take a photo for someone because of their political views. It actually doesn't make you an ally. It actually just makes you look like a douche. So that was, yeah, Kai gets the decent heckin' human being award. Yeah, why can't you just be a decent heckin' human being? Oh, man. No, but it was just so golden. You know, I love that. Hey, more of these guys, please. More of them, please. I've said this. Theophilus Bartholomew says, honestly, African people are really nice. Dude, if you are ever in a conversation with anybody from Africa on the internet, you're going to get jovial mogged. I was jovial mogged on a Twitter space the other week. We were in a chat with a guy named Emmanuel. This guy was the coolest dude. He was getting harassed. There was a guy who was doing this bit, pretending to be a South African and yelling at him because he was from Nigeria. And he was yelling at him and cursing at him. And the GOAT, Emmanuel the GOAT, was laughing and he was just chipper. And he responded to every single comment in the most sincere way. African people are so nice, dude. Weskus, what's going on? What is going on, Weskus? Hey, appreciate you, big guy.
Weska sent $10. I can kind of relate to what you're going. Fox 13 lied about me screaming at a McDonald's cashier over a mask. The corrupt American Fork PD arrested me too, but I got a deal that led to the charges being...
Base, dude. I'm glad they got dropped. Dude, the American Fork Police Department's not looking good. This whole Lego scandal. Man. But I'm glad you can appreciate my struggle. I'm glad you can appreciate the difficulty of, you know, having the media talk about you like you are literally Hitler. Dude, speaking of literally Hitler, what's going on with this Graham Plattner guy? What is going on with this Graham Plattner guy? People want me to step down? Maybe after Nate Blewin and Graham Plattner? Maybe after that, actually. It's actually insane. Maybe I owe Tim Pool an apology, dude. Graham Plattner's actually crazy. What is this guy talking about? Like, he's talking to his ex-girlfriends about how, I mean, they were his actual girlfriends at the time. But, dude, Memer in the chat, that's funny. But you've got freaking, what was I gonna say? What was I just saying? Dude, I'm so ADHD on this stuff. Try ketchup with tuna? No chance, bro. No chance. That sounds cringe. Guys, what was I literally just saying? Don't make me pull up the VOD. I just forgot. The music's just, it's in my ears, too loud. Tim Pool. Oh yeah, maybe I owe Tim Pool an apology. Thank you, babe. That's the name in the chat, okay? It's not my girlfriend. Chill. But maybe I owe Tim Pool an apology. It's like, Graham Plattner is talking about, is it true that he said that he got the Totenkopf to remind him that the bad guys won World War II? Like, is that real? Is this real? Like, hold on. Graham Plattner tattoo. Dude, my search history with Graham Plattner is Graham Plattner, I would rape them. Just when you thought the Plattner tattoo scandal couldn't get worse. This is PJ Media. And here, now we'll actually share the screen. Blah, blah, blah. The fact that Graham Plattner had a Nazi tattoo on his chest for 20 years should have been disqualifying. Instead, all the enthusiasm from the Democrat base was for him, and he won the main Democrat Senate primary on Tuesday. Let's see here. Another girlfriend came forward, and the Nazi tattoo scandal just got so much worse. The former girlfriend, who spoke to the New York Post but was not named in the story, is self-identified leftist. According to her, Plattner knew exactly what the tattoo represented and kept it deliberately. Her account blows a massive hole in his story. Plattner has insisted he didn't recognize the symbol until last fall. Yeah, that's totally false, bro. That's a ridiculous argument. The fact that he claimed that's stupid. I think I said that as well to Tim. I'm like, there's no way he didn't know what it was. Anyway, as a person who is a leftist, I immediately looked at him and said, is that a Totenkopf? And he told me he will hold this weight forever bravado story about how it was, but he decided to keep it as a reminder that the United States was the evil bad guy overseas. What? Hold on. Oh, about how it was, but he decided to keep it as a reminder that the United States was the evil bad guy overseas. Think about that for a second. He kept a Nazi tattoo as an anti-American statement. He knew it had Nazi origins, kept it for years, and used it to express contempt for his country. Yeah, it's actually kind of crazy. This guy's just like, and then what was the comment? Grand Planet rape. Where was this? Where is the free press? Let's go. The free Barry Weiss. Let's go, Barry Weiss. Oh no, we're chill. So what was this story? He called himself a communist on Reddit. Okay, so has every 12-year-old. I think he probably is. I just, just wanted to say. If you get a tattoo of a symbol and don't know what it means, you probably shouldn't vote, let alone run for political office. Well, I'm not going to comment on that because the voting issue is a sensitive one. But certainly this guy's like crazy, dude. How is it that leftists are like, maybe we do need to run as Nazis? And the right wing is like, what the freak? They're outflanking us on the right. What's going on? Where is this here? The Reddit post where he called himself a communist insisted that white rural Americans actually are racist and stupid and downplayed sexual assault, writing in one post that people should just take some responsibility for themselves and not get so effed up they wind up having sex with someone they don't mean to. No, I think that actually is pretty good advice. Don't get very effed up and don't have sex with people you don't mean to. And not getting effed up is also going to make that more likely that you don't make a mistake. Alcohol is just so bad, dude. Alcohol is just terrible. It's not to say that sexual assault wouldn't occur, but it is to say that alcohol makes it so much easier. And even if it's not sexual assault, it just makes mistakes so much easier. So alcohol, very bad vice. Also, and hey, KSL, you can take this. The ban of alcohol was a good thing. That was true. That's real. You want a policy prescription? Everyone wants to talk about policy prescriptions. I would take measures to make alcohol more difficult to sell and to access. I absolutely would do that. Deseret Fulmer says 6 years sober and 6 years since I found Jesus. Based, dude. And did you know rehabilitation methods rooted in the gospel are way more successful on average? That's true. And that's the gospel truth. So anyway, Kai, an awesome stream. Hate to go in the height of it. No! Hey, good night, Sophia. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. No, seriously though, 6 years. That's huge, bro. I'm proud of you, big guy. Anyway, we'll keep going here. Yeah, toxic relationship. Can I just... Okay, where did he start talking about raping home intruders? That was kind of the crazier part. Where's the quote? Can I just get the quote, please? Can we just... you would think it'd be easier. Every single hit piece that gets written up about me, they include the laundry list of items. The Guardian did its, deep dive. Graham Plattner rape home intruders. Here it is. Democratic Senate hopeful Graham Plattner used to spout bizarre fantasies about raping home intruders, and he would do it while watching television and sharpening an axe, according to an ex-girlfriend. Not the raping home intruders part. He would say that as he was doing so. I want to clarify that. It is not that he would rape home intruders as he sharpened an axe and watched television. This guy, look, is this guy crazy? Yeah, but he can't do everything at once, okay? Okay, so let's chill, all right? Let's chill about that. Just want to clear that up, okay? Don't be under the impression that he'd be doing all three of these things at once, okay? He said this a lot. I love the preface, by the way. He said this a lot. This was something that routinely was mentioned. It came up multiple times, more than once. more than once, he said, if anybody ever broke in here, I would rape them. He was like, I would rape them to show that I'm dominant. Adding, Plattner would clarify that he wouldn't be raping the hypothetical intruders in a sexual way, not in a gay way. So, like, not in a sexual or not in a gay way. No. Whoa. Graham Plattner says, I am going to rape home intruders, but miss me with that gay stuff. That's not me. He wanted to make it very clear. Look, raping home intruders, that's one thing. Being gay about it, now that is a bridge too far for Graham Plattner. That is crazy. I was like, dude, Graham Plattner is the gift that keeps on giving. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Fifield claimed Plattner's talk about rape would leave her unsettled. Well, I think that's reasonable. With the feeling amplified by the assault rifle he would often leave lying around his apartment and the sharp forestry axe he would hone while he watched TV and spouted bizarrely violent thoughts. Now, I'm going to be honest, this last part of leaving an assault rifle around the house, sharpening a forestry axe, and watching TV and spouting bizarrely violent thoughts. Now, that does sound like a lot of the Republicans I know. You know, maybe he is right-wing. Tim Pool, I'm sorry. I take it back. What was I going to say? Leanne asks, any progress on getting to talk with Crowder re-election integrity? I do not have any connection to Crowder, so no change on that front. Here is what we were going to watch. Let's talk about this because we had the super chat early in the stream by James First, who says, after you tell us about how much you love women, can you tell us about the cleanup projects like Memory Grove Park? Yes. 2 weeks ago, the gentleman from Constitutional Action and the Exit Group went and cleaned up the mouth of Provo Canyon. And the problem is, it's like there are these homeless encampments that are not even lived in. They have been abandoned. There are needles on the ground. There is clothing. There are cans. There is garbage. And they stay there. And they stay there like forever. It is a big problem. And nobody does anything about it. And so what did the gentleman from Constitutional Action do? They did something about it. And like I was saying before, I've talked on this stream about how I think that right-wingers have this tendency, a lot of us, to just want to like collectivize, do stuff in real life. And that's often a breeding ground for trouble. That's often a breeding ground for honeypots and stupid people and getting arrested and all that garbage. Constitutional Action and Exit Group, I have been thoroughly impressed with what they do. Not only do I know that their hearts are in the right place, but they're smart, they have an ability to mobilize people, and they do good, meaningful work. This is not just showing up to like hang out, shoot the breeze, feel like you got something done. This is genuinely positively contributing to the local community. In this park, in Memory Grove, which is just, by the way, right south, it's maybe, 100 meters from the Capitol? It is just down the hill, not south, but down the hill from the Utah State Capitol building. I don't know if you'll see it in the video. We'll see. There were 2 LDS sister missionaries who were assaulted by a homeless man who's reported to have been living in this park. This is like an open park where parents take their children. Two LDS sister missionaries were assaulted. And what does this guy get, by the way? He gets 15 months. What was it? Probation, I think, or something. He got like a 15-month warning. Or maybe he was put in jail. I don't even remember. For 15 months for stalking. And the city government will do nothing about it. Will do nothing about these encampments. Despite the fact that there was a fire started just last week in a homeless encampment. It's like the third one now. Despite all of that, they will do nothing. And so I am very proud to have helped out just a little bit with the gentleman from Constitutional Action. So here's this epic video. Who's that? Who's that? That's it. Look at that handsome guy. Look at all this trash, dude. We were there for 2 hours. Look at all that trash. In 2 hours. Insanity. It is insanity. So, yeah. Big problem. Oh, man, I need some water. Dude, tuna always gets stuck in my throat. I hate this. Is there any water in here? Oh, man, I'm going to die. Ugh, man. Seriously. Anyway. Huge problems. Also, hey, Pink Blush and Lisa, you guys are the best. You guys are so kind. You guys are like my favorite. You guys are in that list of like these awesome women I've had the chance to know. So epic. Leanne says, I'm in California right now, Bay Area. It's way worse out here. Yeah. Yeah. I should be back in time for the AFPD protest on Saturday. That's on Saturday. I won't be able to make it. I'm going to California this Saturday. I'm going to Cali this Saturday, and then I'll be going to Cali the Saturday after that. Because I'm filming a video. I'm filming a very special video. So I'll be in California next week. You'll see it maybe on a channel called Jubilee, maybe. I'll be around LA. I'm almost always around LA. Or Orange County. That's probably where I'll be. Yeah, it's terrible, dude. Yo!
Asproki fan 1776 sent $5. Don't stop the Supas PPL.
Dude, thank you. Don't stop the Supas, people. Yeah, don't ever stop the super chats. We hit our goal, but we can go higher. We can shoot for the moon. Show these journalists that we're not giving up. And hey, you know, if I get fired for my job, I'm going to need it. That's a joke. Right? That's not going to happen. But, dude, shout out to you. First in the live chat. He was the first one in the live chat. We love Asproki fan. We love this guy. Anthony and I are going to California, not this Saturday, but the next one, LA area as well. We're gonna be in the exact same area. That's my mission president's homecoming. Make sure you swing by Ward Radio. I actually might. I spoke with Carden this week about maybe coming on. Also, are you going to be with Dean Withers on a 4-person debate panel? No, I won't be. I won't be. It'll be among conservatives. I served my mission in Los Angeles, where there would be literal walls of trash on the sidewalks. People would sleep on top of the trash. And they took the election. Dude, they stole the election from Spencer Pratt. They stole the election from Spencer Pratt. It's over. He was the last chance. He was the last hope. He was the last hope for California. It is just over now. They're cooked. Bye. Adios. Drippy, yes, I'm Drip says, Kai, I saw clips of Dean claiming Charlie Kirk would be in hell because he's okay with child torture. What's with atheistic liberals and leftists not knowing anything about Christianity and then claiming they're the ones who'd go to heaven for being a heckin' decent human being, actually? Yeah, literally. Also, so, Dean, you don't even believe in hell, so I don't want to hear anything about it. You and Anthony are going to be on a debate panel with Dean? Unfortunately, no. Don't let Ward Radio make you a Zionist. No, that's not happening. Don't worry. we would be debating the issue. If I'm on there with Cardin, you know, he knows where I stand, I know where he stands. We've debated it on a live stream before. You have the same mission president as my little brother. Oh, yeah, real. Freaking joke. Pratt will unleash the inside info. Yeah, I'm ready for Dark Pratt. Dude, Spencer Pratt's video is so goated. I do want to just take a second. Yeah, there's Riley's shirt. Guess who took that photo? This is the tent. This is a tent we just took down. Total chads here. I wonder, Deseret Protector, the goat. I posted about it.
What's going on, guys? We are here. We've gotten a couple piles of garbage. Just a couple. What a beautiful sight. Got an amazing view of the Utah State Capitol. And if you cross over this way, you'll find a whole bunch of syringes, needle caps, clothing, anything that could at any time roll down or be stepped on by a child exploring. When did we get to the point where we started making more excuses for there being needles on the ground and victim blaming the children who were running around? Kind of a troubling state.
So anyway, true, so true. Patriot, thank you. Here's the photo of all of us with like all the trash. It's actually crazy. You don't even get a sense of the scale of it like this. I look like an entity over here on the left. But yeah, monitoring the situation, real. Anyway, so this was huge. We're going to be doing more stuff like this. We've got an event. I say we. Constitutional Action has an event that is going to be in where is it? Lehigh. It's going to be in Lehigh on the 1st of July. I'll be speaking there alongside the GOAT, Bennett's Phylacteries. You guys know this guy? You guys gotta know Bennett's. You guys gotta know Bennett's Phylactery. The GOAT. Yeah, there it is. Another great photo. This was yep. This was the Provo Canyon Trail that they cleaned up. Look at this, dude. It's just like, is this the part I was cleaning? I'm trying to think. No, I was cleaning a different part. Look at that, though. It's actually insane. Here we are. These are 2 truck beds. We probably had... Oh, yeah, you guys can't see it. My bad. Hey, babe, my bad. Appreciate you. Saxon, I appreciate you. We had 2 truck beds full. This is not even half of it. This is not even half of the garbage that we got in 2 hours, mind you. In a beautiful public park that is supposed to be a war memorial literally right next to the Utah State Capitol. That's not okay. When did we get to the point as a country, and I said this in my video, when did we get to the point where we were having discussions about getting clean needles into the hands of people who are addicted to drugs instead of cleaning these places up? I don't want to live in a society where we take, crime, where we take the assault of sister missionaries, where we take the destruction of our beautiful public and green spaces for granted as just like a part of the equation. You don't have to live like this. None of us have to live like this. None of us have to take assault. None of us have to take this crime and the dirtying of our natural spaces as something that's baked in. We can stand up, we can change things. We can pass legislation, and we can go out and literally pick up the trash. And we should. So, I don't know. That stuff really bugs me. And you look at a state like California, or you look at Portland, Oregon. You look at any of these places and they just take it as if that's like the end of the story. Oh, it's always going to be like this. It doesn't have to be. The only reason it's like this is because you've accepted it. You don't have to accept it. You can do something. Anyway, yeah, here's more of the garbage. Taking out one of the abandoned encampments or tents. It's just like, I don't know, man. I'm just so black-pilled about the state of all these things, man. The state of the state. Oh, hold on. You couldn't see that. Let me share my screen again. You know, I got to get better about sharing the screen. That's my apologies. But here's the photo. Look at that. Just total chads. Just total chads. My parents moved us from California as kids because homeless people almost lit our backyard on fire. That's crazy, dude. That's nuts. Yeah, in the UK, same deal. You shouldn't have to fear. Like, if you're a woman, you shouldn't have to fear for your life when you walk outside. Sorry that if that opinion is crazy. Corn Pop was a good dude, says voting isn't fixing it. Okay, well, I actually don't like that. I don't like that take. It's not that voting isn't fixing it. It's that we are not good at organizing pressure for elected officials. You actually can write this legislation. Like in the state of Utah right now, we could easily write legislation. We were talking about it with the chairman, Rob Axon. We could easily write legislation that would seriously restrict and seriously better enforce the code about homelessness and graffiti. You could absolutely do that. Now it's difficult because we've had an entire referendum that has changed the congressional districts. Cheers. But yeah, it's terrible. Very blackpilling. Wonder if there's any other good photos. Whoa, what's that? Hey. Well, hey, I don't sponsor that. This was, hey, dude, this was such a banger tweet. Very kind of Trump to finally meet with some actual Mormons after the whole Department of War fiasco. Dude, what was this about? I hate this whole rage bait thing. The whole, yeah, crazy stuff. It was funny. I like this pick a lot. It's this is probably one of the better ones they've done. This is one of the better kind of ops that they've run on everybody. Lauren Chen, Matthew Newhouse, total bangers. Colton Hatch, like, why did he turn into what's that actor's name who plays Magneto? And he's also in Kung Fury. Have you guys seen Kung Fury? Bro, if you haven't seen Kung Fury, what are you even doing with your life? Anyway, banger, gems, big fan. I gotta like that because that's my super chat thing. Anyways, getting distracted. But if you would like to participate and help in more cleanups in the future, I think the best way to go is through Exit Group. Somebody can correct me in the chat, but go to Instagram, go to Bennett's Phylactery. You can figure it out there. Is bro a German Mormon? Indeed. Yes. I'm actually an American Mormon, but I'm ethnically German. Greetings from Aldebaran. Yep. What did I miss? What did I miss in the chat? Zionites of Enoch. Yeah, the translated ones. That's real. I thought Mormons were Anglo. Many of us are. But there's actually a lot of German Mormons. Also about voting, because I see that there's some discourse about voting. Look, the fact of the matter is, mail-in voting, in the sense where you have a ballot mailed to you, and you turn the ballot in. I can't speak for every state, but in Utah, that form, like where you drop off your ballot at a ballot drop box, it's actually pretty good. It's quite secure. It's quite secure. People might not like to hear that. I would encourage you to actually look at the way that it is done. Here's the issue. When you're mailing your ballot, like through the postal service, the chain of custody, out the window. All of the processes that a county establishes, that a state establishes, that ensure that the votes are being counted well, that the signatures are being verified, it's quite a rigorous process. And it works quite well. I'll say, here's my opinion. Any fraudulent vote, any vote by a non-citizen, any vote by somebody who is dead, any of those votes endanger and threaten and undermine the entire system. Do they always lead to the, would they always have led to the overturning of an election? Probably not. Statistically, that doesn't seem to bear true. However, it doesn't change the fact that it undermines the entire system. Voting must be as secure as possible because it is the most important thing that we can do in terms of determining. Well, I don't even know if that's the case. It's like the most important thing you can do is probably raise kids. That's the most important thing you can do to, influence the trajectory of the nation. But it is maybe one of the more immediate things you can do to shape the country. I truly believe that. And so if you have a system that avoids scrutiny, it doesn't work. And a lot of the times we're under this perception. It's like, well, we want to be able to prove crime has occurred before we investigate. We should be proactive. We should go and say, hey, let's provide oversight. Let's, encourage poll watchers. That's what we want. Yeah, subscribe to the Exit Group newsletter for the constitutional action stuff. But yeah, it's like, for me, my favorite form of casting a ballot is in person on election day. I know exactly how it's working. I'm proving my identity right there. I get my ballot, boom, done. So, anyway. Yeah, that's my whole spiel. I think the bigger problem is when the system moves outside of the established secure methods. Because the chain of custody with the US Postal Service kind of can disappear. It's not nearly as rigorous as it is in a clerk's office. I'm not Mormon, but I'm with you guys on the coffee thing. Doesn't sit well in my system at all. Energy drinks don't spike that reaction, though. Well, that's why energy drinks aren't against the word of wisdom. So true. You should just convert Pink Blush. You're so close. Coffee's usually the sticking point for people. Once you're done with that, it's like, we only have good news to share. Hey, Pink Blush, guess what? God literally calls prophets in the modern day who still reveal his will. That is awesome. That is such a white pill. The voice of God is still heard today. The church is still organized and led by the same governing structure as existed in the primitive church, with a prophet and 12 apostles at its head. And Christ guides the entire church. That is so based. Get this, there's more about Jesus Christ. He preached the gospel. There were prophets. There were followers of Christ on a different continent who also bear witness and testify of his life and resurrection. If you had the chance to know more about Jesus, would you want to know? I would. I love that guy. He's my savior. So anyway, that's my little spiel. What else were we gonna watch today? What's in my notifications? Let's see if there's anything cool to respond to. What I will say, I don't know how much I'll say actually. Oh, what I will say, you guys got to see this actually. This is something that you need to see. I'm going to look up Salt Lake Tribune, Instagram, Kai Schwemmer. Dude, the Salt Lake Tribune, they They really just know that I am an engagement button. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows I'm just an engagement button for them. You don't have an account that's taking off? Okay, well, just post about Kai Schwemmer and, you know, your views will be 10 times what they usually are. This is always the case. So here we've got the Salt Lake Tribune. Salt Lake Tribune's over here. You know, they're posting these videos. This post, 1,000 likes, okay. 500 likes, okay. 2,000 likes, okay. 2,600 likes, okay. Oh, there's me. We're not going to look at how many yet. Oh, 1,000 likes, okay. 2,800, okay. 142, okay. Why one Utah high school suddenly removed all of its restroom mirrors? It's because they break them. It's because students break them. Did you know that actually in my high school, the women's bathrooms had mirrors and the guys' restrooms didn't? It's because guys break them more than women do. It's not for any other reason. Anyway, 200 likes, 1,200, 200. You know, they've got more posts. But then they post about Kai Schwemmer, 8,000 likes. This video that they posted has like 200,000 views.
Very much an anti-universal suffrage guy, is now working in the office that runs Utah County elections. The conservative...
It's always this music, dude. It's always this, like, NPR-ish music. What the freak is going on? Anyway, I don't really want to dive into all that. Again, trying to keep it separate. But Engagement Farm, this is their second biggest post in the last couple days. And it's only at 2,600. It's like... Engagement Farm. It is an engagement farm, okay? It is a total engagement farm. Anyways. Frame mogging the thumbnail. Yep. NPR music is boomer news music. Yes, sir. Dude, I didn't realize it was already midnight. Hey, Emma Rebecca podcast. What is going on? Emma Rebecca, so good to see you in the chat. Amazing video, by the way. She says, it's true. I would know. My views for the merch video. It was funny to see all the Republican men starting to follow you. Yeah. What's going on, Allie? They're farming the heck out of me. Yeah, literally. Stop farming me, okay? Stop farming me. FPS Maverick, I see your message. We're not, hey, stay on subject. We're not talking about Joseph Smith right now. We're talking about Emma Rebecca's video. Actually, let's pull that up. That was a good video. Should I don't know. I don't know if I want to blow up her spot. I kind of posted it already. So yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. And I'll read one of the messages. Actually, this is really funny. Oh, that's not Emma Rebecca. It's a different Emma Rebecca. Wait, link the video. Emma, link the video in the chat. Emma posted this video. Total banger. Is this the one? Nope. Dude, how many Emma Rebeccas with a K are there? What the heck? Talk about Tyler Russell 24-hour stream and how good it was. I didn't watch it. I need to watch it. I need to watch the Tyler Russell 24-hour stream. Oh, wait, I just realized I have Instagram pulled up over here. I just realized that I can just look it up over here on the Instagram that I am logged in on. I hope you don't mind. If you mind, tell me. If you mind, tell me, and then I won't share it. So, be honest. Okay, got it.
Kai Schwemmer.
Hold on. We're gonna refresh. Oh my goodness, dude! Can you stop pushing these notifications in my face?
Kai Schwemmer. I have a merch idea for you. Let's not say the F word.
Gem.
And in like 2040, when you run for president of the United States, you could have that be like your slogan, campaign slogan. Kai Schwemmer 2040. Let's not say the F word. No need to thank me. Yeah.
That's a gem.
No need to thank me.
That is such a gem. Did you know, Emma? I'm gonna close it just because it's like it always is gonna get captured on an unflattering frame. So my apologies for that. Did you know though, Emma? I got a message right after I reposted your video, which is a great idea, by the way. The Let's Not Say the F Word merch. Yeah. Yep. Gonna have to run that. Anyway, I got a message on Instagram right after I posted that from a user who said, hold on, where is this? Kai, I am not joking. If you set me up with her, I will be LDS. Guys, is it about time that the kaiclips channel becomes a matchmaking YouTube channel? Is it time? Is it time to become a matchmaker? Matchmaker. Make me a match. Kaiclips. Send me a catch. W Wingman? Yep, I'm wingmanning over here. Yeah. Yep. Lisa says, what about for you, Kai? I don't know, Lisa. I don't know, Lisa. Some people have to, some people are just cursed with being the matchmakers and never having the matches made. It's just how it goes. I do my part, okay? I know my role. Kaiclips together, so real. And then if you find somebody through like the Kaiclips network, you already know they're awesome. You already know that they're like super epic. So that's a win. The people need the matchmaking, honestly, do it. Okay. You know, maybe this is my way of avoiding all future controversy. Corn Papa says, we won't vote our way out of this, but we may have babies out of this. And that is so true. You know, actually, I could be talking about, you know, Western civilization and the decline of America and demographic change. I could be talking about all those things, but if I am not getting people married and having children, then what is it all for? Okay, so, like, let's be so for real. My oldest daughter is now dating someone. Dang it! Lisa, come on, you should have warned me. But my second oldest isn't. She's 20. Well, I'm 23, so that's, you know, I think that's an acceptable thing. I will say, Elijah Schaefer, okay, that's, I'm gonna be so real, that's weird. I'm gonna be so real, that's weird. That situation, not a fan. Gonna be honest. Tony and I connected over the fact that we both followed you. Now we have been married for 3 years, 3.5 years, and have a baby. You see? Do you see? Kaiclips matchmaking, literally proven effective. Don't look at my feet. I'm keeping my feet out of frame. For all you freaks. But Kaiclips matchmaking already successful. Already successful. Okay, I'm like wiggling my toes over here. Can you guys see him even? No, you can't. Hold on. Uh-oh. And you met her earlier today. Yeah, dude. Your daughter has like A10s. You guys know the eye chart? You know the eye color chart? The daughter's got A10s. It's crazy. Good genetics. Like, that was nuts. So yeah, it's working. Yeah, it's working. Weska says, got a black queen for me? I just might, Weskas. I might. You'd be surprised. Kaiclips followers are very diverse. Mirth Monk, A10s? They're only a legend. No, they're real. I saw them. I feel like it's Dune. I saw them. Daughter literally snoozing on my chest while we watch the stream. She doesn't know that we're talking about her. She doesn't know that she's the chosen one. What's up, Michael Roman? Good to see you, man. You found your second calling in life, Kai. Yeah. Maybe I did, man. The one thing I do want to say, you know, like I said, I don't want to dive into my personal way. I'm not doing that. That's very separate. But there are articles written about me personally So I think I can address. I think I can address that. I think I can address that. My friends ship us, but it's only because you made a comment about Minecraft. Which Minecraft comment was that? Gonna hit the gym. Have a good rest of the stream. What are you hitting, Allie? What are you hitting today? Everybody needs to be hitting the gym. Allie, it's midnight. What's going on? We didn't get to the gym earlier. Who am I to judge? I go to the gym very late. Did we hit all the super chats? Is there any question that somebody has asked that I have just like not answered because I've totally spaced it? I feel that's my biggest fear, dude. I don't think so. I think we're all caught up. Yeah, we're caught up. We're caught up. Good. Powerchat.live/kaiclips if you do want to send some super chats. How many secret handshakes do you have to know to be Mormon? Well, I don't know. Like, I was Mormon before I learned any of them. But then, dude, they teach you some and it gets difficult. The choreography on some of them, you have to, like, snap twice and, like, spin around. You put your left hand in, you put your left hand out, you put your left hand in, and then you shake it all about. And then, I'm going to be honest, I did not get the part about doing the hokey pokey or turning yourself around. I would always turn myself the wrong way. You know how embarrassing it is to be at the Mormon meetup and you're doing the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around the wrong way? Brother. Mormons can relate to this one. All my Mormons can relate to this one. Kayaks Gwyneth White. Well, there's a different ship there. I think Gwyneth has a different ship. What is this? Just like a gossip dating stream now? What the freak is going on? Why did you guys why did you guys all start that? You started this. This was not my doing. This was not my fault, okay? Bro, what the freak is this? Dude, what the hold on. I just saw something that's like really. Dude, this is nuts. This is actually really nuts. I don't know if we can I want to see the thumbnail. How do I see the thumbnail of this video? This is crazy. Look at this thumbnail. Look at this thumbnail. We adore you, Brian. And we adore you, Brian. It's such a weird thumbnail. I don't know why it's that like this filter. I don't know, man. I don't know. Racist Brian Shapiro gets destroyed by based Andre. Who is this? Proud Christian American fighting the culture war. This is just. I thought this was Brian's account. I guess not. Worst 2 episodes of Timcast Live. Which ones? Rare Brian smile. Real. Okay, Memer. What have you got for me? What have you got for me, Memer? Dude, my phone's about to die. I'm at 10%. Is anybody else got the new iPhone and they feel like it dies super fast? Mine is dying super fast. Memer, which one was even your account? Did you send a request? Oh, yeah, I see it. So true. So true. I don't know. Are Armenians white? What do you guys think? Chat, what do you think? Are Armenians white? I've had the same phone since 2019. Wow. Thoughts on 2028 primary? Which one? No to Harry. It's a good argument. Unknown user says yes. Unknown user has not said anything in the chat, but he piped up for this one. Unknown user has some opinions here. Mine is from a couple years ago. It loses like 10% battery every dozen minutes. Yeah, it's crazy. Memer says light brown. Toasty Tony says it's an Apple thing. They changed the software to kill your battery faster so you get a new one. Yeah, that's true. That is so true. Dude, I don't know. Is there anything else to react to before we go to bed? I honestly do got to go to bed because we got church in the morning, guys. You know what? Let's read some scriptures, bro. Let's read some Come Follow Me. Let's do that. Let's read some Come Follow Me. How about that? Oh. Come Follow Me for Home and Church. Old Testament 2026. Oh, I picked up some new mate today as well. Check this out. Amanda. Yerba mate orgánica. Yerba mate elaborada con palo libre de gluten. Sin tac. Orgánica. What does it say on the side? I wonder if it says how much caffeine it has. It doesn't. What does it say in the Spanish? Does it say in Spanish how much caffeine? No. Oh, yeah, it does. So, 50 grams, una taza, 1 cup. 1 cup of, how good in your Spanish? My Spanish is very good. I have a certificate. I have a certificate showing it is very good. Anyway, 50 grams, una taza de yerba mate en 200 mililitros de agua a 70 grados. That's 70 degrees Celsius. It has dude, if this is real, I'm cooked. This is 50 grams of yerba mate. 1 cup of yerba mate in 200 milliliters of water. I'm drinking a liter, usually. $410 milligrams of caffeine. And then, because this whole time I've been thinking, it's not that caffeinated. I'm just feeling it because it's on an empty stomach. Here I am, after having this, I'm scooping pre-workout. If I'm doing a full scoop of pre-workout, that's 300 milligrams of caffeine. I'm having 700 milligrams of caffeine every day. I've been having 700 milligrams of caffeine or close to it every day for almost 2 years. That's not good. It's probably not good. I'm having a moment of reflection and contemplation here. I'm having a... There's no way that's true. Okay, there's no way that's true, though. Okay, how much caffeine is in mate? A standard cup usually contains 30 to 80 milligrams of caffeine. See, thank you. That's more like it. See, it feels more like, well, it feels like a lot more than that, actually. It feels a lot more than that, low-key. For comparison, an average cup of coffee is 95 to 200 milligrams. It's difficult. See, it's difficult to measure because you're constantly pouring it. So... The word of wisdom specifically prohibits coffee and tea. And tea is specifically tea from the tea plant. At least that's what makes sense. It's like if you have an infusion of mint, that's fine. Or mate, that's fine. It's coffee and tea specifically. And mate is a totally different plant from the tea plant. That's why it's fine. Do you have a blood pressure cuff that you test your heart rate with regularly? My heart rate is really low, I think, a lot of the time. Dude, I'm retarded. I'm like taking my pulse, but I'm not actually looking at a clock, so I have no way of figuring out what my beats per minute are. That's stupid. That was stupid of me. It actually, okay. Hey, Espeliana, it actually is caffeine. It's caffeine and matein. Okay? They both exist. They do different things. Okay, but mate's got to have way more caffeine than that. Mate contains between 0.7% and 2% caffeine, or 30 to 80 milligrams per cup. Moderate consumption, 1 to 3 cups a day, avoids insomnia. See, I have way more than that, though. See, I'm having way more than that. I feel like nobody actually knows. Nobody actually knows how people drink mate. You know? How much caffeine? Okay, this is from Reddit. Reddit is always right, of course. As we know, Reddit is always correct. So let's look. Let's see this. My sister is a nutritionist. She says if you work out, your heartbeat is usually slower. If it makes you feel better, she also drinks way too much caffeine. That does make me feel better. To know that a nutritionist is also making mistakes, that actually does make me feel better. I'm trying to learn how to prepare mate, and I'm seeing 2 methods online. They fill the gourd half to 2/3 full, repeatedly adding water. Yes, that's real. Yeah, the second version is just stupid, where you only add a 1/3 tablespoon of mate to a cup, and then either just drink that or keep refilling it. No, that's not how you do that. According to the source, I found that 250 milliliters of mate leaves is about 100 grams. Huh? So this would mean a tablespoon of 15 milliliters has 6 grams of mate. I get that it can vary with other additives and other herbs. Here's where I get really confused. The consensus seems to be that there's roughly 10 milligrams of caffeine per gram of mate leaves. That'd be like 200 to 700 milligrams of caffeine in a typical gourd of mate. Are people actually drinking 200 to 700 milligrams of caffeine in a gourd of mate? Yeah. I run about a liter of water through my packed gourd over a few hours, so not really at once. There are energy drinks in the U.S. Well, yeah, but how much would that be, though? How much is in a sip? That's all I want to know. How much is in a sip? Okay. Do you drink energy drinks? I do drink energy drinks. No, that's fine. Hope you had fun at the beautification. Oh, yes, I did. Oh, yes, I did. I absolutely did. Have you tried the Baron Trump mate? I actually haven't. Let's look that up. Baron Trump mate. Let's see this. Solos, co-founder and director. $39 packs of cans built around the Florida lifestyle. Dude, that's actually so goated. In Argentina, it'd be socios. 12-pack of yerba mate. Guys, are we buying this? We're 100% buying this. Refreshing after a surf session. Energizing enough to carry you through a tennis set and crafted with organic ingredients. Okay. So, we're buying it? Okay, they have it on LinkedIn. Here we go. Oh, yeah, we're buying this. Pineapple coconut. Organic Brazilian yerba mate. Guys, I might not even buy it anymore. Dude, what the freak, bro? Ah, never mind. Never mind. You're not looking at my feet. There's no way you guys are getting photos of my feet. Dude, Baron Trump, why'd you have to do me like that? Baron Trump. Baron Trump, ¿qué pasa contigo? Che, boludo, ¿qué pasa contigo que estás produciendo yerba de Brasil? ¿Qué sos un mono? Ay, caramba, che, qué garrón. Qué garrón que lo estás produciendo de Brasil. Si vos sabés que la yerba de Brasil no es nada comparado con lo de Argentina, por favor. Chabón. Pibe, por favor. Yeah, literally, dude. That ruined my night. That kind of ruined my night. I thought he was based. I saw him in real life at the State of the Union. I thought he was based. Oh my gosh. All stream donations go straight into yerba maxing. Goal is one kilogram per day for sure. 100%. Maverick only coffee and tea. Yeah, it's only coffee and tea. What does it taste like? It tastes like hay. It tastes like green hay. You ever tried gamer subs? Never tried gamer subs. See, it's like taking like pre-workout for gaming. That's never seemed right to me. I don't know what it is. That seems like really try hard. The Cabana collection. Okay. Yo, they got girls on this website? What the? They're selling shorts? What does this have to do with mate? I'm asking myself, what the heck? What the heck does this have to do with mate? What the heck do these shorts have to do with mate? Like, what are we doing? Anyway. Kind of a cool hoodie, okay. What does this have to do with... Is that Kai? Is that Kai Trump? No, it's not. What the heck does this have to do with mate? Let's be so serious. Subscribe and save. Or what's their story? Born in the Sunshine State. Crafted in a cabana. All started in a cabana. With a simple goal. Create a beverage that actually complements life in the Sunshine State. Despite Florida's outdoor, sun-driven lifestyle, there's no clean, functional, and great-tasting beverage that truly fit how people in Florida actually live. Existing options either lack quality ingredients or fail to deliver a refreshing taste that match the environment and lifestyle. Something refreshing after a surf session, energizing enough to carry you through a tennis set, and crafted with organic ingredients. Most brands launch with 4 flavors, hoping you'll like one of them. We have been obsessing over one flavor until it was flawless. Enjoy. What is Solos? Solos is a beverage brand built around the Florida lifestyle, delivering superior taste and plant-based energy to support an active outdoor lifestyle. Whoa. Bro, who's behind Solos? Solos was started by a group of close friends ages 19 to 23 who grew up in South Florida. Yeah, see, that's a lot more ambiguous than it was started by the president's son. What does Solos mean? Sol, meaning sun in Spanish? Dude, this guy knows Spanish. Represents the sun rising at the beginning of the day. Los, which is sol spelled backwards. Dude. Represents the sun setting at the end of the day. Together, Solos captures the full cycle of the sun and that it begins where it ends. Well, it actually doesn't. Well, if you knew about the way that the sun rises and sets, it actually doesn't begin where it ends, actually. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, though. Yeah. No. For sure. No. For sure. Try to order those black cherry vanilla energy drinks. Dude, those are good. $150 delivery free. Where do you live, Antarctica? Where do you live, Pink Blush? In Malaysia? Oh my goodness. Solos in English is basically sun us. Dude, I'm gonna start a brand called Sun Us. Nice. I'm gonna start a brand. I'm gonna... Dude, I'm gonna start a brand called Ball Slab. I'm gonna start a brand called Ball Slab. And get this. The first word, balls, means balls in English. And slab is ball spelled backwards. Yup, I'm deep. Oh my goodness. Kai, the sun begins and ends at the horizon. That's the... Okay, the horizon. What is it? The sun rises in the east, sets in the west? Is that what it is? Is it east-west? West-east. No, rise in the east, set in the west. Yeah. Okay. Did you get that? I mean, technically, literally, okay. Maybe technically, literally, you have an argument. But I'm talking about from the human perspective. Anyway. I'm talking about from our perspective. Okay? Are you taking Solos aside or mine, Kenny, okay? What's a man, a plan, a canal, Panama? Oh, no way. That's pink blush. That's pretty cool, actually. Can I buy from Ball Slab soon? Yeah. We'll work right on it. We're going to put up our merch. The Emma Rebecca merch debuting on Ball Slab. My dad had a Utah soda shop idea called Suck It. It's pretty good. It's pretty smart. Who all are you going for at UFC Freedom 250? Dude, I have no idea. I don't follow it close enough. I should check. Dude, the Knicks got the NBA title. That's crazy. That's crazy. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? Okay, low-key, I'm actually buying this. Like, I'm gonna be so real with you guys. I'm actually buying that right now on stream. I'm actually buying it. Like, I'm gonna be so honest. Like, I'm buying it 100%. Sorry. Doing it. Doing it. Okay, it's got 120 milligrams. Okay, I'm going to do a one-time purchase. 12 cans, $39. Proceed to checkout. I'd like to pay the entire thing now. Do standard shipping. That's another $7. How much money do I actually have in my account? Let me check. Dude, some guy called me DEI. DEI Kai. DEI Kai has a nice ring to it, I will admit. That's a good rhetorical innovation. Oh, I got money. Oh, I got money. We're chilling. We're chilling. I got money. Alrighty, let's, yeah, we're buying this. And it's being purchased right now. Nice. Okay, I'll be giving you guys a review of that next week. Latter-day Saints in the chat? I can't believe I just found out you're funded by Israel. Isn't that crazy? And you didn't even know it. And you didn't even know it. That is funny. Hey, how we doing, Latter-day Saints? So good to see you in the chat, big guy. How you doing? How you doing? So good to see you, my friend. Yo, Tyler's here? Yo, we got Tyler in the chat? Hold on, is that confirmed? Tyler Russell in the chat. What the? What the? What's going on, dude? Hey, broski. Hey, broski. How you doing, man? Any chance you want to host the show on Monday? Dude, I've got work. I have a job now. I could come in really early and do it. If you, yeah, actually, if you want, I'll come in very early and I'll do it. But gotta head to bed. Hey, good night, man. Yo, Tyler, we just bought the yerba mate from Baron Trump's company. You'll never guess how they figured out the name Solos. It's that sol means sun in Spanish, and los is sun backwards. Love Latter-day Saints. Kai is skipping out on the AFPD protest. Look, I'm going to be in California. Be in California, bro. Kai hosts the show. Calling sick. Can't call in sick. The American Fork Police Department is what it is, Saxon. Dude, Tyler, how did the 24-hour live stream go? Have you seen what's been going on, man? Have you seen the amount... Okay, shut up. Shut up, dude. Shut the freak up, Sal. Dude, I always pull up Kick and they automatically got some MFA talking to my ear. I do not want to be watching your stream. Alright? Chill with that. Chill with that. Where's Tyler Bustle? How did the stream go, big guy? I want to know. Said good, it was chill, lots of content. Let's go. We still got to do a little collabington, my friend. We'll see though. Dude, have you seen these hit pieces? It's been insane. Oh, that's what I was gonna mention earlier. Hold on, let's just look up my name real quick. Isn't that so goated? I can just like look up my name and it's boom, it's there. Where is it? Just look at like this photo. Look at this photo they used for me and the article. Okay, well, there you can't see it. Maybe I pull up the news tab and it looks better. Backlash erupts in Utah County after 23-year-old conservative influencer becomes deputy clerk. Chief deputy, actually. Where is this here, though? Yeah, this one. ABC4. They have this article, but the photo they use, I just look so chipper. That photo is just so freaking chipper, dude. Where's the photo? Oh, this is, dude, is this the whole letter? And there's all the names. Where's my photo, though? Okay, not here. Anyway, I don't want to go too much into that, but they need to hop off Holy Seed. Tyler Russell. There was a letter signed by 80 current or former female legislative officials condemning me. You know what's even crazier, though? I wonder if we'll find it. If we look this up. Maybe not. Maybe we won't find it. And actually, maybe I shouldn't even show these images because I don't know if it gets sussy. One of the individuals who signed is this woman, Lori Stringham. It's crazy how fast they're organizing this against me. Yeah. Literally, before anybody knew, I told 3 people about maybe getting the job when it wasn't even confirmed, and a journalist hit me up. So, kind of crazy, dude. Yeah, Tyler. Isn't that nuts, Tyler? Check this out, though. I'm being criticized because they believe that I would compromise election integrity. You want to know who I believe put together the list of the 80 individuals and who's been outspoken? One of the county commissioners who literally was censured because she violated the party's protocols, and the party said that her actions undermine the integrity of our party's processes and the confidence of the electorate because she obfuscated or misrepresented the place where she was living to vote in a special election. Somebody literally censured for threatening the trust in the electoral process by misrepresenting where she lived is now talking about me being a threat to election integrity. Now here's what's more. Where is this here? I haven't looked into this. In fact, I'm actually not going to. I'm not gonna read over it. I haven't looked into it. I don't want to muckrake. But all I'll say is it's just like, I take serious being able to separate, you know, like to have the work and personal life balance. And yeah, that's all I'll say. I don't want to touch too much on it. Like I said, important to keep it separate. But I love you guys, and I love women. Despite what the media will tell you, I love women. Okay? I love women. Alrighty? And I love all of you guys. So let's wrap this up. Let's read some Come Follow Me. We are going to be reading, what week is it today? In preparation for tomorrow, which is Sunday. You better go to church. Everybody better go to church. What day is it? It's June 8th to 14th. Saul, the Lord looketh on the heart. Saul was a keeper of donkeys, tough, tall, and handsome. He was little in his own sight and self-conscious about his family heritage. On the day he was to be presented before Israel as their king, he didn't show up. He was so nervous that he hid himself. Looking at Saul, you might not have guessed that he would lead the Israelites to victory over their enemies, or that he would later become prideful and rebel against the Lord. David was a keeper of sheep. He wasn't as physically impressive as his 7 older brothers. On the day Samuel came to choose a new king for Israel, it didn't seem worthwhile to include David among the possible candidates. So he was left out in the fields with the sheep. Looking at David, you might not have guessed that he would have had the faith and courage to defeat a giant and become Israel's most successful king. But the Lord sees past our labels, our physical appearance, our insecurities. He looks instead on the heart. And even when our heart isn't quite right, if we're willing, he will give us another heart. Let's read some of these verses. 1 Samuel 16, verse 7. But the Lord said unto Samuel, Look not on his countenance, or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as a man seeth. For man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. It's a banger. And 1 Samuel 10:9. And it was so, that when he had turned his back to go from Samuel, God gave him another heart, and all those signs came to pass that day. Based. That is based. So, yeah. Very epic. Very epic. Let's see here. God calls people by prophecy to serve in his kingdom. To obey is better. Dude, this is actually... Dude. This is a gem. This is a gem. What attitudes and behaviors do we see in 1 Samuel 13, 5 through 14? And the Philistines gathered themselves together to fight. Oh, hold on. You guys can't read that. And the Philistines gathered themselves together to fight with Israel. 30,000 chariots and 6,000 horsemen. And people as the sand which is on the sea, shore in multitude. And they came up and pitched in Michmash, eastward of Bethaven. When the men of Israel saw that they were in a strait, for the people were distressed, then the people did hide themselves in caves, and in thickets, and in rocks, and in high places, and in pits. And some of the Hebrews went over Jordan to the land of Gad and Gilead. As for Saul, he was yet in Gilgal, and all the people followed him trembling. And he tarried 7 days, according to the set time that Samuel had appointed. But Samuel came not to Gilgal, and people were scattered from him. And Saul said, Bring hither a burnt offering to me, and peace offerings. And he offered a burnt offering. And it came to pass that as soon as he had made an end of the burnt offering, behold, Samuel came. And Saul went out to meet him, that he might salute him. And Samuel said, What hast thou done? And Saul said, Because I saw that the people were scattered from me, and that thou camest not within the days appointed, and that the Philistines gathered themselves together at Michmash. Therefore said I, the Philistines will come down now upon me to Gilgal, and I have not made supplication unto the Lord. I forced myself, therefore, and offered a burnt offering. And Samuel said to Saul, Thou hast done foolishly. Thou hast not kept the commandment of the Lord thy God, which he commanded thee. For now would the Lord have established the kingdom upon Israel forever. But now thy kingdom shall not continue. The Lord hath sought him a man after his own heart, and the Lord hath commanded him to be captain over his people, because thou hast not kept that which the Lord hath commanded thee. Real. I'm sleepy style, bro. I am sleepy style. Anyways. Very goated. I love you guys. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he hath also rejected thee from being king. It is so true. To obey is better than to sacrifice. I love you guys very much. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for the huge super chats. You guys like totally killed it. Oh my goodness. Now maybe even if I do get fired, maybe I'll survive it. Maybe I'll make it through. I don't think I'll be fired, but hey, good night, Tyler. It's good to see you, big guy. Hey, later you gotta catch me up on all the chat champion drama. What's the scoop on that? Anyway. Love you guys very much. Please go to church in the morning. God loves you. He wants to see you. And let your mom know that you love her. Give your mom a big hug. Let her know that you love her and that you're grateful. And yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. The outro song is going to be... Maybe it won't be that one. The outro song is going to be... It's going to be Out of Time. We'll make it Out of Time. It's going to be Out of Time by... No. You know what it's going to be? No. I know what it's going to be. It's going to be Beach House. From their album 7. It's going to be Drunk in LA. Now this is a gem. Adios. Bye.
Can't help seeking corners of dark and dead.